Hi, good morning, and thanks for joining Neisha Cuisine. My name is Neisha. So today, one of my friends back in Barbados, Natisha, has challenged me to do something from my home island. So I think to do pudding and sauce. So pudding and sauce is you use the sauce with pork, and you use the pudding with sweet potato. So a little history about pudding and sauce that I learned from my mother is that back in the days of our ancestors, is that when they didn't have anything and the slave masters would give them like the ends of the pork, like the pig head, the ears and the feet of the pig, pig head, ears and the feet, and they would make that into sauce, and then they would have the sweet potato slips, and this is what the creation they come up with. Anytime that you're in the beautiful land of Barbados, you must have some pudding and sauce. It will always good to go. So, before we start to prepare our things, the first thing on Neisha Cuisine that we do is always wash our hands. So we're going to put in our pork first to cook. Some people, lime and salt, their pork is optional for you, but because we're going to put some lime and salt in it, it's all optional for you. Today I am using pork hops and I'm using pork chops. Place that into the saucepan. Wash our hands, and then we're going to add some salt. Not too much salt because the prickle that this is going in will have some salt. But you just need to have a little bit of salt for a taste. And that should be good to go. Just let that boil up, and I know that when this is finished is when this is cooked. So we'll let that cook there. So back in the day, some people use breadfruit or sweet potato to go alongside of the sauce. But today we're going to use sweet potato. Yes, people in Barbados, we do have breadfruits up here. But I didn't get to go to the Caribbean store, so we're going to use sweet potatoes. So while those are cooking, we're going to go ahead and get the pudding ready for you. So for the pudding, we have sweet potatoes, butter, oil, salt, sugar, thyme, and chives. We're going to use some brown name to put in, and a Scotch bonnet pepper. We're just going to do everything into our food processor. And a cup of water. You need some water for it to steam. We're going to go ahead and chop up our sweet potatoes so that they can fit into the food processor. Okay. One more. So we will start this up first. So we're gonna put in our chives. Put in our thyme. We can put in all the rest of the ingredients now. Put in the oil. Put in the butter, sugar, salt, and browning is optional. You can put it in or you can't put it in, but we're going to use some browning just for the color. And we're going to get some water. Put in our water. Once everything is in, we're going to mix it up. So after we have our pudding, it's burning. So we're going to prepare our sauce to put in the pan. So we're going to take some Spam, give it a good spray, and we can pour it out. Make sure you get all in. Flatten it out, and this is how your pudding should look. And some people do it over the oven, over the stove steam, and some people put foil paper and do it in the oven. Today I will be putting foil paper and put it into the oven for you. Just smooth, just like this. It's looking good, smelling good, and it even haven't baked yet. So we go ahead, and the oven is already heated to 350, and we will put it in there until when you take a fork and you pull it away from the pan and it comes in. So we're going to put this in to bake. So while that is baking, we're going to make the prickle that goes with the sauce for you. So just let's study it here, and then we're going to do the prickle. So now we're going to get ready to do our prickle, which includes of cucumbers, limes, onion, Scotch bonnet pepper, and parsley. And we're going to get ready to do it. We're going to take our cucumbers, we can cut off the ends. Oops! And we're going to cut them down, and we're going to grate it into the food processor. So we're going to get ready to grate it in. So after we finish grating the cucumbers, just take off the skin. And we're going to put the cucumbers inside of here, and then we're going to just put everything else inside the same bowl. So we're going to put in our onions and our parsley and our Scotch bonnet peppers. We're just going to pop the parsley into 3. Pour in everything else. And then we just mix them all up. So we just take out everything. Now we're gonna do our limes. Add some water, a little water, and some salt. Make sure we get out everything. Woo! Just burn my eyes, burn my eyes, burn my eyes. Okay. Just rest this one side, and we're going to get ready to do the limes. You know, every field is a blessing, because my ancestors did this just in the day to survive, and now this is like a popular thing here in Barbados every weekend. I remember when my mother used to do it when my family come up from America. Jesus mercy, she knew to overdo it though. She used to do a lot. Pudding and sauce. Well, at one point, I'm going to be honest, guys, I actually stopped eating pudding and sauce because my mother used to do it so regular. So we're going to continue to cut the limes, and then we're going to put in some salt and some water, and we're good to go from there. So after we squeeze the lime juice in, we're going to add some water. And guys, it is salt to taste. I actually can't tell you how much salt that y'all want to put in, but it's all up to you. It's optional. Remember guys, you can always add in, but you can't take out the salt. Just add in a little bit at a time. Guess we'll do a little bit more water. And give it a little taste. Oh, perfect. Just perfect. So when the pork is finished, we're gonna just show you all how to mix this in. So we're just here waiting for the pork to finish. So we're gonna take off the pork. We're gonna strain it, and we're gonna put cold water in it so that the pork will start cooking, and it will also help cool it down. Put some cold water on it. And we're going to cool it down. Really hot. So once the pork is all cool and ready to go, we're going to cut it up, and we're going to put it into our sauce. Always make sure you have on your gloves. You can cube it however you want it, big or small, it's all up to you. We'll go ahead and we cut our rest of our pork. So after we chop it up and we put it in here and prickle, we're going to combine it all together. Once we are combining it together, you can use a spoon, but you all know I just like to use my hand. I have on my gloves, so it's good to go. And we just leave it here. We're going to rest this in the fridge until the prickle is finished. Until the pudding is finished. Sorry about that. It's the pudding. We're going to rest this in the fridge until the pudding is finished. So we're here about to assemble. We have our pudding, and we have our sauce, and we have our sweet potato. So we're going to get a good 2 slices. It's easy as this thing, just the skin easily comes off. Now then we're gonna do our sauce. Let me just give it just a little stir up. Let me take a scoop. And another scoop. And we got our two. Our sauce is looking so lovely. And we're gonna pick voila! Our pudding. And here you have it, guys. Bajan, pudding, and sauce. I hope you all really like one of my island's cuisines, and I hope you do enjoy it. Thanks to you, Neisha, for letting me do this. Like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for joining Neisha's Cuisine.